Greetings, Cancer and Cancer Rising. This is your Western forecast for November 2024. I always start with where is the new moon? Because the new moon draws our attention and our priorities to one area of life. It's like one of the dominant themes, what you're most interested. Well, this new moon is actually going to be on November the 1st. So it's going to make it very clear that you're going to be jump-starting this new moon attention for the entire month of November. The new moon is in Scorpio, a water sign, compatible with Cancer, a water sign. Scorpio is 5 signs past Cancer. So the main theme is on 5th house matters. 5th house, children, romance, vacations, parties, sports, recreational activities. It's a very playful, pleasurable area of the chart. Hence, that's where the children come in, because children like sports and like to be playful. Now, this Mercury is going to go retrograde at the end of the month. Mars is going to go retrograde at the beginning of December. So it's going to cause Mercury, decision-making, planning, thinking Mercury, to be in Sagittarius for a little over 2 months. And Mars is going into Leo, going into your 2nd house of income. So there's a lot of impatientness and desire, aggressiveness with financial matters, starting November the 3rd for a little over 2 months, because it's going to retrograde December the 6th. But before I break down what the retrogrades are all about and what Mercury in Sag, how that's going to combine with the new moon in Scorpio, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. All right. A new moon in Scorpio, just the Scorpio, gives a tremendous amount of emotional depth. Very favorable for introspection, for soul searching. Now, this new moon is going to be trining or in harmony with structured, pragmatic Saturn and with the new moon in your 5th. So whatever that intention with 5th house matters, creative projects, that's also the 5th house, sports, recreational activities, romance, vacations, children. That Saturn influence helps bring more longevity, stabilization, can help you achieve your goal, your long-term goals. So this is some very stabilizing energies, keeps us grounded. And with the Scorpio, you're going to be feeling this strong emotional depth. So if you're in romance, if you're thinking about having a baby, if you're giving birth to a creative new project, you're going to be feeling this passion. But then with the Saturn, it's being anchored in for longevity and stabilization. Mercury it's the messenger god in mythology, and Mercury represents what we're interested in, what we're thinking about, what we're discussing, what we're planning, what we're nervous about. Mercury goes into Sagittarius November the 2nd in your 6th house, as Sagittarius is 6 signs past Cancer. And it's going to go retrograde, remaining in Sagittarius in your 6th house, November the 25th through December the 15th. Then it moves forwards, giving you so much more confidence and clarity of mind until remaining in that 6th house until January the 8th. During the retrograde, you've heard all the mantras. It's a time of revising, rethinking, re-editing. There's delays, there's miscommunications, in a holding pattern perhaps. But which is really on your mind with Mercury in the 6th house. The 6th house deals with our work task, and which could get during the retrograde, your work task could become much more disorganized or a lot of delays. The 6th house represents our daily routine, but it's also, it can focus on health issues, self-improvement, diet and exercise. But during the retrograde, any kind of unresolved health issues could resurface, but because of Mercury, could very well because of stress, if you're overworking at your job. And there could be misunderstandings at the workplace with coworkers when the Mercury goes retrograde, December the 25th. Now, Mars is going retrograde every 2 years, December the 6th, in your 2nd house of income, when income could get more delayed, more frustrated, more tension. But November the 3rd, it's still moving forwards throughout November, really asserting yourself of how to make that transaction, land that deal, increase your income. And now the Mars is going to be there for a good 2 months in your 2nd house of income. And then the Mars retrogrades into Cancer, where it's still retrograde, so you're still with it in Cancer in retrograde. You could be feeling a lot of anxiousness and frustration about trying to achieve your goals, and where's your path headed towards. February the 23rd, the Mars goes direct in Cancer, releasing all this pent-up, frustrated energy in your sign, and so now you're ready to go for it. And then later, the Mars goes back into Leo in the spring, in your 2nd house of income. So there's a lot of this revamping, reorganizing to make more money. Now that could go along with Mercury for 2 months in your 6th house of learning new job skills, getting a new work, starting a new sideline business. The new moon in the 5th house, you could be giving birth to creative new projects. But the 5th house can also be involved with investing. And with Mars in the 2nd of income, Mars is risk-taking, for taking chances, for new risks in business, whether it's trying to start a new business, learn new job skills, and Venus. Venus is in Sagittarius the first 11 days, bringing a lot of benefic energies with work and health matters. But the Venus is going into Capricorn November the 11th through December the 6th. Capricorn is opposite Cancer. Venus is that planet of love and desire. The opposite deals with the significant other. That could be very favorable for business partnerships. But the first thing I think about with the love planet Venus in the 7th house of partnerships and marriage. So that can be very favorable for falling in love or reconciling or having a relationship become even closer and more intimate, which goes along with the new moon in the 5th house of romance. And the 5th house could also be, you could be falling in love or going on vacations and having a second honeymoon and really enhancing all those romantic energies into your love life. But the 5th house also deals with children. And that 6th house has that you're going to have Mercury for 2 months in the 6th house. 6th house can also be dealing with body maintenance, and being really focused on diet and exercise. The sun is part of the new moon, holding all that 5th house of giving birth or playing with children's project for the entire month of November. But come November the 21st, now the sun leaves Scorpio and goes into Sagittarius, into your 6th. It's not taking away the emphasis of the 5th, children, creativity, romance, vacations. But now the sun is bringing more attention and interest to 6th house matters. And that could be health matters, body maintenance. So, and then with Venus going into the 7th, I wouldn't be surprised, well, of course, just statistically, there's going to be a number of cancers or cancer-rising women who are going to be getting pregnant or giving birth. And with Venus, love planet Venus in the 7th of the spouse, it's helping them bring the partnership, the marriage, the significant other, even closer together, being more romantic. This may also be what's motivating you if you're thinking about or giving birth or thinking about having a child. You need more money. And the 5th house also deals with, financially, with investments. And Mars in the 2nd of income is taking these risks. So you could be also focusing on increasing your income with investment opportunities, risk-taking opportunities. You could also be going into a partnership. There's that Venus in the 7th of contracts and partnerships with to start a new business with that Mercury and Sun in the 6th house of work. So there's a nice balance from romance to creativity to really focusing on self-improvement with your health. And if you're so inclined, some of you could really be conceiving or giving birth to a child. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co, that's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.